Even through this nigga going through everything he went through, the bad shit that he thought was bad and was gonna fuck him up and wasn't for him, and it turned out to be good, he still somehow try to place blame on how it was my fault that he didn't do this or he couldn't do that. Which goes to show his spirit is not ready to accept God's will, because if he look at it how it is, if he would have been with me, he wouldn't have been able to get the help that he got. And then the person who he thought was causing him harm, he found in his heart to apologize to them. But now, put me in that same position. He thought I was a hoe and with a nigga and around people this morning and was calling me bitches and all of that. And a rat and all of this. Then when he realized it wasn't, he never apologized. You see what I'm saying? Like, God shows people their walk in other people's walk. God will show you who you could be and what you might be or what you might have already been through the person you deal with, whether it's a friend, a spouse, a significant other, anybody. That's how life is. It presents itself before you every day. You know, time is an illusion that they give us to make us feel confined, like they doing with our mind. They're placing stipulations and limits on something that don't have no limits, something that stipulations doesn't even exist in. The universe has no stipulations. The ocean has no stipulations. The ocean have no limit. The universe have no limit. We are the ocean. We are the universe. So why is it that we have limits? Because once we understand and break down what it is that we've learned and understand our own logic as individuals, and we access the power that we each have as individuals, then we can be self-sufficient and not depend on those who confined our mind or put us in a place where we feel limited or we feel afraid. You know, they say fear is a false evidence appearing real. Fear is what you place in your mind. When a child is a child and they fall, and you say, "Oh my God," and you freak out, they cry. But if a child falls and you clap, they clap. You know, if you put on a scary mask and you go boo, you scare a child. You teach them to be afraid of that. But if you put on a scary mask and you talk in your sweet goo goo gaga voice, they will accept that and see no fear. That is being in tune with themselves. That is logic. That is something that we all have inside of us. And somewhere in this twisted universe, somebody understood that logic and astronomy and metaphorses and all of these things, like they trying to say the Big Bang, all of that was there, that was us. And we are here now as a being. That's why it's called a human being. We are human, we are in the flesh. So that library they tell us about, the Nash Akashi library, where are your thoughts? That's in your heart. That's in you. You can go back to those memories. You can go back to places. You can astral project. You can do things that you don't know that you can do. You know why? Because your fear and what they placed upon your beliefs. Now it's a part of your character. That's what character is, belief, something you believe. Personality is to be likable and to be seen and to be understood and to be noticed. But to be accepted, you have to have character, because character trumps personality in any format you put it. It will always be greater, because character is who you are, what you believe, the foundation. So basically, let's put character and personality in this analogy. Character is the foundation of the home which you live. Personality is the house what people see and they like, and which makes them buy that. But if the character of that house is shaky and crumbly, no matter how beautiful the home is, the personality, that home will fail, because the beliefs and what that house was built on is shaky and unstable and unbalanced. And anything that is unstable and unbalanced, any body, human, any being, animal, even bird, wouldn't build on a shaky ass branch. You know why? Because it's unbalanced, it's unstable. The chances of their personality connecting with their character and making one will not be if they do so. So if they got a little ass head with no arms and three fucking toes, and they out here creating families as we are, they out here eating as we are, they out here being protected as we are, they out here getting homes as we are, they out here, they ain't went to work, but yet our Heavenly Father provides for them. Matthew 6:26 in the Bible, the basic instruction before leaving earth, but it says that they don't reap, they don't sow nor reap, nor gather in barns, but yet our Heavenly Father provides for them. Do you not think that He is greater? So again, back to that. If they know with their little ass brain and less limbs and less resources than we do not to do that, do you think it's a bird out here placing laws and telling them how to build a house, where to build a house, where they can't build a house? No. They not leaning to their own understanding. If they did, they would be lost. They would be ran over dead, not existing, because they brain so little. What they can understand is so much less than what they can do. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. That's like us. We accepting to think with our brain when we are the universe. Why confine the ocean when it is so beautiful, as is? Imagine if certain parts of the ocean was dried up. It wouldn't be as beautiful as it was. So back to personality and character, the foundation of the home. So if we can have the same understanding as birds, trusting in our spirits themselves, they not going to church. They don't have community meetings. They not having baby mama, baby daddy drama. They're reproducing. They're teaching the young how to fly. They're providing the young with food and showing them how to hunt and how to live a sustainable life. And once that bird get that, they go on. These birds ain't tripping off who baby daddy, who baby mama, who, and who fucking and sucking who, and who got a better bird nest and none of that. You know why? Because that is not what we are here for. It's so much greater, but we confine ourselves because our logic has been confined. Our logic has been buried with tradition and condition. They break down who you are and give you who they say you should be or want you to be. They tell you, oh, if you this in life and that in life, you good. But if you that or that, you're bad. No, we got to wake up and pay attention to those things. We have to lean not to our own understanding, but what it is we know. That makes sense. Nobody teach you how to breathe. You just do it, right? Nobody teach you how to blink. You just do it right. Nobody teach you how to sweat. You just do it right. Nobody teach your toenails how to grow. They just do it right. These are natural things that just happen. And you don't say, toenails, I need you to grow. Hair, I need you to grow. Eyes, you don't do it. It just happen, right? That is us. We are the universe. It should just happen. They took what is already ours that Abram and them already fought for us to have this. When he asked God about the I got all this stuff, but who I'm gonna leave it to? I just want one child. God said, go look at the stars. I'm gonna give you way more than you can imagine. Why would you settle for so little? Why would you try to do it your way and go through so much and not end up nowhere versus do it this way and everything you need is right here. You don't have to work. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to buy. You don't have to be a certain way for it. All you got to do is just believe and accept. And that's what we need to do. But the moment we start doing that we tap into our inner selves, our powers, And once that happens, we can't be controlled. We're crazy. We witchcraft. We voodoo. No, we're powerful. And that's what's happened. This world is built on power, greed, lust, envy, jealousy, money. All of the things that we don't need to survive. So therefore, think like a bird. Live like a bird. Have a bird's eye view on life. Stop looking at the smaller picture, because looking at the smaller picture only gets you the smaller insight, so that you build small, you think small, you live small. When you look at the bigger picture, you live big, you think big, you eat big, you sleep big. Don't be a part of this world, but be transformed from being in this world. We gotta wake up. We gotta just know, when you learn how to trust yourself over all things, just know. That's when you'll realize your power and you wouldn't succumb to anything and everything. Don't be a boring, how can I say this? Be a bird, don't be a human. Humans think too much and they lose out on what's already before them. Humans work too hard just not to enjoy everything they work for. That's not life. We need money to survive because that's the stipulations that they put on us. That's the box they put us in. This land is free. Everything we need to survive, Earth produces it, from electric to water to food, everything we need to survive. But yet man came and they altered it, just like they said in the basic instruction before leaving Earth. They will alter it. Many will worship my name, but only few will get in. It is easier for a camel to squeeze through the tail of a needle than it is for a man to enter the heaven gates. How can a camel squeeze through a sewing needle is greater than my little butt squeezing through some big heavenly gates? That's insane, right? You know why? Because the camel don't lean to their own understanding. I do. He didn't say, oh, I got two humps, I ain't gonna be able to fit. If it was before him, then it was for him. If it's behind you, it's behind you. The world teaches us that tithing is 10% of the worldly things, money, the root of all evil. Back then when they was giving, when who's that Abram, when he defeated all of those kings and they was traveling and everything that he gained, he gave the other, the I don't know who it was, but he gave other people who wasn't there 10% of everything he had. And everybody was like, why are you doing that? They didn't work for that. You went through that. You should do that. And he said, it was in my heart. It's not for y'all to understand, but this my walk and this what I'm going to do. He didn't give them money or gold. He gave them everything, land, everything they needed to prosper and survive and be great. Man, somewhere in the world altered it and made it money. And they use it for their own good. Think about that. If the churches were filled with food, clothes, shoes, and everything you needed, you know what I'm saying? Why would we go to the stores? Why would we need money when everything is being recycled, which it is every day anyway? We just pay for it. Think about that. Your beliefs is what makes your character, which is your foundation of your home. Your personality is what is built on your character. Is the top of the character, the distraction from the foundation of who you really are. People see the house, they don't see the foundation, they don't see the tuck point, they don't see the water leaks, they don't see none of that. They just see the beauty of the house, your personality. But once they get in the house and get to living in the house and they start going against and doing certain things that the foundation don't like, that's when they get to see who you really are. Be a bird. Be free. Don't think. Just trust, live, and do. But do what you believe, not what you were taught. And that'll explain why you are God.